Bro, you was loud. Hold on, I had to turn you down on my side. Nah, you good. I had to turn you down on my side.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. I'm at home. I'm not at the office today, so my equipment at the office, which means that's the camera that has a mic. So I guess it's super loud. My fault on that, dog.
Nah, you good. You good. How you doing, brother?
My boy got the TNA, bro. How about yourself, man?
I've been busy as hell.
Man, you like, what in the world? Hey, we some busy brothers though. I love it. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, I feel it. Hey, it's kind of crazy. Like, I finally got around to cleaning my damn house. So, starting. I got a lot to do.
Bruh, me too. That was kind of a cleaning day catch up too, bro. So we man, look, we.
You know it. So, yeah, I guess we got a lot. We got a lot to talk about. Well, we can talk about that closing of NXT at the top of the show. So
for sure,
because that caught me off guard. Like, I love it when wrestling catches me off guard. Like, I hate when I can predict it. So
true that.
So, hey man, we're not gonna waste any more time with y'all. We're gonna go ahead and let the all roll. Did a gnat just get in my house?
Oh, not the terrorizing gnat again.
It's the end of the summer. Like, what up, Jackie? I see you in the chat. What up, Beast? I see you. Go touch grass over on Twitch. Yeah, we back on Twitch after being offline for the past 2 days, but we back over there. So,
Come on,
man. But yeah, hey, let's go ahead and get the ball rolling. You know, do our thing.
Let's do it, bro.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for GRESH Unleashed!
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm the cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. GRESH Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Yellow, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like GRESH Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the GRESH Unleashed podcast. This is episode 82 of the show that brings you the good vibes to the best of our abilities. Joining you as always is the voice that does the most of the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. And joining me as always is my main man, my right-hand man, the voice of the Unleashed Anthem and the Prince of Botch himself, Mr. Highlighter, my boy. What's up with you?
Hey, I was and I was like, GRESH, have you muted?
Hold on, what's
good? Okay.
Hold on. You good. Yeah.
Good. Well, what's up? Martin style, baby. What's good? It's your boy Highlighter. We here, baby. Join rain, no internet issues. We here.
We here finally, like, and apparently we got a lot. We got thrown off a little bit for the closing because we got the main course, which is obviously the return of the Tribal Chief, the original Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns after SummerSlam. Got throw up the ones, even though I've been playing along and acknowledging Solo Sikoa and all these other people. But the one true Tribal Chief is back as always. And then we also got we got Gunther versus Randy Orton too, official for Bash in Berlin. Can't wait for that. We're gonna talk about that, and I guess we could talk a little bit about some stuff that's going on with AEW. Shane McMahon, stuff like that. But I'm guessing since we just finished watching it, I guess we could talk a little bit about NXT Great American Bash. You got any thoughts about that we just saw? We're obviously gonna talk about the ending, but like the overall show.
These mid, like, I've come to the conclusion that the pay-per-views, but they're just like the specials. They're usually kind of decent. You may find some gems, of course. Overall, it's just kind of like spec. Sometimes week one's better, two's better than week one, or both of them with a couple gems in there. So I kind of flashed it. Cool moments in between, but
Sorry about that. I don't know why that happened.
Oh, you was like, what in the world happened? Because I was like, I ain't pressed no special with me.
I have no idea why. Restream is restreaming, but it's all good. But yeah, I agree. NXT tonight. This wasn't the best Great American Bash duo episodes because we've seen some good ones, but I feel like both main events for both nights absolutely delivered. As far as tag team wrestling, as well as Roxanne versus Thea Hale last week. So,
absolutely.
But other than that, everything else was pretty much. It wasn't like something like to go out of your way to watch. It was more so like, okay, this is a good vibe, and I feel like that's how I've been feeling with NXT for the past couple of weeks too. It's like it's a good vibe, like it's just something to do, to wind down, get you prepped for the rest of the night, stuff like that. But we're gonna go ahead and play the closing moments that we just saw with yeah. The cardiac kid is now the heartbreak. What happened to Highlight? Highlight did he just get booted? But the cardiac kid just got kicked out. I don't know what just happened. Hold on, let me bring him back. Are you there? I think I just heard him come back. Hold on. I don't know what just happened. That's crazy. Oh snap. We live, buddy. It's like it's not a big of a deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Come on, man. We live. I don't know what the hell just happened.
I got kicked out. I saw a clip, and
But yeah, you good. But like I was saying, the cardiac kid became the new generation heartbreak kid.
That's a very good. Love how, and that was, bro. I'm excited for the direction of where this can go with a heel Wes Lee. I didn't think I'd ever see it because he really screams babyface, but like pressure for Wes. Good way to get him heat. Good way to even get him in that title picture. You know what I mean? Like if and the trick, role reversal.
How long do you see them keeping Wes Lee down there at NXT? Because it's like I feel like he's been down there forever.
Honestly,
I feel like the end game needs to be Trick versus Wes, and then call him up.
I'm afraid for either.
Yeah,
a lot of controversy for Triple H. So I don't know about that just yet.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that because I agree. Me and you be texting back and forth all the time whenever we both watch the same shows, and we pretty much got the same thoughts about a lot of things. So
so we'll get to that. But
he keeps getting kicked out. I don't know if it's his internet. But yeah, I think it's his internet. It keeps kicking him out. I think
Can't
it's your internet.
restream.
I think it's your internet going. Is your internet going weak to where it's just kicking you out?
It might.
I thought it was me.
If it does, I'll try to.
I
Yeah, I didn't. I thought it might be the internet, and it might try to do that. But have no fear, guys. I got my little phone. We'll try it again. But I'll say before that happened, what a weekend! What a week of surprise story level turns we've been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting.
Especially with you, because I know how much you love. So I know you my brother. Let's go.
And it's funny. It's like I feel like I say this every time. NXT, I be about to tap out. We about to go on. We about to go live early, and then they just reel me right back in. So it's like, just stop trying to tap out. Just, you know what? Just vibe. That's all I got to do. Because
I agree.
Because every time I'm about to tap out, they be like, "Yeah, let's bring him back in." And they brought me back in because Wes Lee is. I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. Especially if they want to, because one thing about Shawn Michaels, he loves his throwing back to his storylines, or to his classic matches. With the Trick losing the title, that was a callback to Backlash 2007 with John Cena, Edge, Randy Orton, and Shawn Michaels. Now you got the Cardiac Kid becoming the Heartbreak Kid, the modern Heartbreak Kid, by super kicking Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel.
Yeah, because if you tally that up with the week prior, TNA did this with the Josh Alexander turn that nobody saw coming. So it's like we've just been in a season of like unexpected turns, but turns that are for the better in a sense. Like you're like, okay, antennas are up. I like where this is going.
Me too. Like I'm all here for it. I'm ready to witness all these stories. Oh, and speaking of Josh Alexander, apparently I saw a tweet somewhere where they say he might be coming to NXT.
It wouldn't surprise me. I saw.
But my question is, will he be a heel or a face?
Probably.
Okay.
Because they aging him with a 1 point on heels to kind of reunite them and recap it, if you will. And what's that?
Facts. I guess we can, as we chop it up with the fam, usually for those of you who don't know what we do with this part of the show, we just pretty much skim over everything that's going on. NXT was what it was. Those are the key highlights that we wanted to talk about and point out. But another key highlight from this past weekend, the return of the Tribal Chief, the original Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. SummerSlam weekend. What was your thoughts about SummerSlam? Because we couldn't get you on the kickback for SummerSlam, but what was your thoughts on SummerSlam this weekend?
Man, I thought SummerSlam was so. I love the match. My boy got off
half a point.
Edged out on.
I got half a point because you it's like the way that we predicted the outcome or the involvement of the Bloodline, the main event. I went the LOL Bloodline route. You was like, they may switch it up a little bit. And
yeah, I mean the only thing
I'm about to say, they definitely did not switch it up.
I'm glad you said that because the only thing I didn't, my only like maybe was basically a carbon copy of what was at WrestleMania. You know, like just insert and it was Solo. It was like come in, obviously, but it. These Bloodline, I never want to forget.
No one does, because Cody is 2-0. At this point, it's the American Nightmare rules.
True. He's 2-0. It's something that somebody else. He's to have the same carbon copy. Cody hasn't really won his matches completely as a lady.
I feel like the only one that he won clean was the AJ Styles match.
Yeah. And then, yeah, because even the shenanigans happened with Logan Paul. You know, obviously this bloodline scenario. I mean, so far, it's like Cody, you know, hey, hold up, man. You're supposed to be the guy. You got to get some definitive wins on your own. You know, and my book good. If that was him selling, that was some serious stuff.
Oh yeah, because I saw someone in one of the discords I'm in. They said he's good at doing that, or he will sell it like death, because he's that master. But I kind of agree with what our boy Alex Kane said. He's like, one thing that wrestling fans crack us up about is they always complain about kayfabe or whatever, like killing kayfabe, but then they be quick to like, is that real? Is that a shoot? Is he really injured? It's like, let it play out. We'll find out. And if it was real, then that's unfortunate. And if it's not, then they got us. But sometimes just relax. But at the end of the day, if it it's coming, I think the report was he was told to sell it because they didn't want him and Roman face to face yet, because they ain't been building this man up like this for no reason. This man literally single-handedly, speaking of build up, this man single-handedly won the tag team titles for the Bloodline.
You right about that.
Let's just keep it a stat. That man no sold or poison runner, took his shirt off, because you already know when Jacob takes his shirt off, he means business. Super kick. What was it? Super kick? Samoan drop. Then
Asai moonsault.
Yep, and then the DDT.
Paler
DDT. 1, 2, 3. I'm like, yeah.
Man, listen, it's wild, homie. All I can really tell people is I'm just like, you know, what can you say? But aside from those things, I felt like it was a solid show up top to bottom. Everything about it, mostly, from what we all kind of just about to assume, we know change hands. How they did it and the build up, everything was solid, man. I guess my only little Sammy, some people I heard talking about how short. I think it turned out the way it needed to, if you think about it. And and I also just want to throw out there too. They kind of, you know, show.
I agree. Like, that's what I'm saying. This SummerSlam was definitely better than last year's SummerSlam. It's like the one SummerSlam we didn't go to, it was actually better. Crazy.
Well, you say it was better than the one
the main event for Nashville was better than last year and this year, as far as like overall. The only thing that made this main event better was because Roman returned, and even then that's like a asterisk, because it's like, it's sad that a match was pretty much used as a setup to return your biggest star. It was like, damn, that's kind of crazy.
Do you people ask, I'll ask you this, based off what happened with this main event return, and based off the pop you heard and all that, do you think that was like knowing that we could get CM Punk and Drew McIntyre in the
Yeah, because it's like, it's better that they pull the trigger and not swerve anybody and be like, because say, that's a good question. But say it's like, this is a situation where it was just like, okay, this was predictable. Just do it. But damn, that's a good question. You got me really thinking. I want to make sure I articulate this properly, because it's like when you think about it. Yeah, I stand what I said. But basically, I hate that it was this main event was used to set up this return, but at the same time, I understand and I love it either way, because I turned my brain off this weekend to where I didn't overthink it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Roman's back. Now luckily he's not big dog Roman Reigns. Like, I do not want to see that man near that damn vest ever again in my life. Not even in the slightest.
Like what this company finally won Roman has now happened. Like he's the creator. So,
and imagine all it took was y'all for him to make him the biggest dastardly heel, have him create even more hated heel version of himself in Solo Sikoa, and come back, be like, you know what? I got to put you in your place. Because let's be real. I said this when it happened, and I'll say it again. Roman Reigns did not want to help Cody Rhodes win. He did not want to help. He did not want to see his family disrespected. He did not want to see the guy who broke his historic reign as champion win. But Solo got disrespectful. He got too big for his britches, and he got disrespectful. Yes, I played along online saying, oh, I acknowledge Solo Sikoa, but did I not say Roman Reigns is not going to take this line down? Because they literally, all these promos that Solo was cutting over the past couple of weeks, they literally told you straight up, like, Roman is going to come back and try to put this man in his place.
Mm-hmm.
From Roman, this is Roman's mentality. I don't want to help Cody Rhodes, but you made it this way. All you had to do, I built this entire empire for you to take it. I named you the tribal heir for a reason, because I believed in you. But you got a big head for your own good. You attacked my wise man who was trying to keep this family together. You attacked my wise man. I guess Jimmy too, whatever. You attacked my wise man. And now I got to get you. I got to put you in your place. Daddy's home. The original.
Worst.
Not Temu version. The original is back. And I love every second. But y'all gonna hate me for saying this again. I stand by what I said over a month ago. Roman is going to have to get murked for this to work. To solidify.
So glad you said that.
Huh?
I'm glad you said that. So is that still possible for him to get destroyed?
Damn. Because
he sure can't. Think about it. Everybody's talking about how that. I'm gonna ask about the music in a second, but like, if you notice how they remix the music a bit, he came right at the right time with that Superman punch. The moment that music hit, bow, and it was with a quickness, just spear, nothing, done. Bye, Solo. Had that man on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this man got kicked out again. I see what he was saying. But yeah. Damn, that's a good question. That's a good ass question. Damn. Now he got me really sitting here thinking. Do I stand 10 toes down and let this man get attacked? Like, oh my God. Let me know, chat. Let me see what y'all think. Yeah. Beast over on Twitter said, I listened to Jay-Z, The Ruler's Back, like 5 times on Saturday after Roman return. I watched that return more times than I should have, probably. So that's all I'm saying. Like I watched that return more times than I should have. Welcome back, brother. But now you got me. Damn, now you got me really thinking.
Hey, you know,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I need it. If they want this to work, he's gonna need to become vulnerable. I'm staying 10 toes down on that. He needs to become vulnerable for this to work and to make sense. Like, for real. Because
sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, sorry about that. That's one thing about the phone.
But
audio down, but
okay, then you got your backup. Okay.
Yeah. I got my back. If you hear a little something, that's that.
Okay, but yeah, man. Damn. Oh man, I'm really thinking about that. Like, I want to make sure I articulate this properly because that's a good ass question. Screw it. Roman needs to be destroyed. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on this. Roman needs to be destroyed. He needs to be destroyed.
Okay.
He needs to be destroyed by this new Timu bloodline to solidify. Jacob needs to take this man out, make him want to, because I ain't gonna lie to you, they're going to risk that chance. I need them to be real careful with this because they're going to risk that chance of recreating 2015, 2016 Roman Reigns if he just takes out the entire bloodline by himself. Because it's like, what was the point of us sitting through this if he's just going to take them out by Bash in Berlin?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. One thing I heard about the OG, they were saying, you know, remember so he can pull up anywhere.
True.
So getting
this is true. He has not been drafted. He's technically still a free agent.
Technically, you think about it, because he was drafted with the bloodline, but since he's out, I guess.
No, because by the time that he did get drafted, Jimmy was already taken out. He got taken out right before the draft, so he's technically a free agent too.
But then, yeah, bro, we might be in some good shape, bro. I don't know. This Sammy on Raw. He do what to do.
Beast said, I agree. They got to give him a savage beating for him to have a reason to make amends with the OG bloodline to have his back. Because I think that's what I'm looking at. It's like, do they just have Roman attack everybody, get attacked by everybody, or do they just risk him going back? I don't want this man to go backwards. That's my thing. I don't want this man to go backwards at all. I need this man. I need them to be careful with this because I am not trying to see this man regress in the slightest when it comes to the bloodline. That is all I'm gonna say. You good? Do you want to just switch to your phone?
When I did that.
Yeah, switch to your phone, brother. Because I can hear you clear on your phone.
Okay. Whoa. All right. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you good. I can hear you clear on your phone. There you go.
All right. I'm just trying to echo. So,
Yeah, you good now. And
Well,
it
go
might
ahead,
just
Doc.
be that spot that you in. It might be that spot that you in too, because it's
Yeah,
like
I'm
you
in
probably
the
got
corner of my room, so like this may not be the
That's
best
probably what it
area.
is. It's probably like a weak spot. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rearrange this after today's show and see if I can find the strongest point in here so we can make it work. But I don't plan on being in my room every week. Like I just had to do it
you
today
good.
from the room.
I can hear you though.
Sweet.
But yeah, man. Yeah, they gotta like they said, like he has to have a taste of. I feel like Roman Reigns has to have a taste of what he's been doing for the past 3 years for this to work. So he's going to have to get outnumbered, because let's keep it a stack. He does not have no friends. All he has is family. That's been his motto for the entire time that he's been back since 2020. Is about family. Screw friends.
Yeah.
So now that he's on the outs, because keep in mind, Solo said that they was strategic with Solo saying what he said. You're never coming back. So Roman is an outcast because of his decision.
Man.
And now he's going to be. It's going to be interesting to see what he got going on.
I agree. I mean, he got to do a lot of apologizing and humbling too. But
that brother gonna need to do more than apologizing.
Man, he got to go through that Jey Uso tour. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Remember what Jey
But his
Uso
gonna be on a bigger magnitude. His gonna be on a bigger magnitude, because it's like, brother, you was the head. Mm-hmm. Jay was just a soldier.
Mm-hmm. So the hell that Jay had to go through, I know that means he's going through 20 times more of that.
Mm-hmm. And I need them to make it work. So what I said on IG, because that post is still going crazy. I said what I said. Roman needs to get destroyed. Mm-hmm. You people are not patient. You want everything to be instant gratification. Be patient. We just had to sit an entire year for Finn Balor. The Finn Balor been plotting Damian Priest's downfall for a year.
Mm-hmm. 2 years together, and it took a whole year to plot that. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. He been praying on this man's downfall since Detroit.
Mm-hmm. You saw that backstage interview too when he said that. He was like, I was supposed to be a champion a year ago. And what happened?
And you lied to me. You told me to man up.
Mm-hmm. So I manned up.
And now you gonna get this work. That's literally it.
That's the beauty of like a lot of these turns too, is that I agree with our girl Haven Rain. A lot of these are justified heel turns where you're like, they're technically the baby faces in these situations.
And speaking of justified, I guess we might as well. That's a nice little transition, because we do have a new champion in Gunther. We're gonna talk about him in a second, but we might as well talk about the new Judgment Day. We have a new Judgment Day. Finn Balor, big ass head JD McDonough, Carlito, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and still Women's World Champion Liv Morgan.
Watch me.
Watch me. My, have the timetables turn, or whatever they said on The Office.
What an interesting version of this stable. Carlito is still so randomized for this, but at the same time, he's the R-Truth of it, I guess, for comedic purposes. Oh
yeah, for sure. They finally gave him a new PlayStation 5, because remember, that was all he was worried about. he just wanted the PlayStation 5. It's okay.
It would be funny if we talk about the Bloodline Wars. If they do like this Judgment Day versus New Judgment Day thing, might as well throw R-Truth in there with Priest and Rhea.
Because keep in mind, the Judgment Day was perfectly fine when R-Truth was in it.
It really was, though. There was no issues whatsoever.
When y'all booted him out, that's when all the problems started, rearing his ugly head.
Bro, for real. Yo, that's wild.
But yeah, man. So now we got the Terror Twins on one side, being Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, and the Judgment Day. Where do you see them going with this? Do you see? We're gonna talk about how this is just all fucked up. This entire storyline is fucked up because, in reality, the good guys are the villains in this story, but they're portrayed as the good guys, which is crazy. But where do you see them going? Do you see them having backup, or do you see them basically systematically taking out the Terror Twins?
It's interesting because if we look at the history of Judgment Day as a whole, it goes all the way back to the Edge stuff, which they won't obviously address since he's not in the company. But it's like they were the original two members that he selected. Finn comes on the back end. Dom comes because Rhea seduced him. Then they kind of molded themselves into the exactly, yeah. And then they molded themselves into the one that we know amongst those four, which revitalized the version that everybody didn't like from Edge's version. And then
because they stopped trying to be gothic, and they stopped trying to be supernatural and just said, let's just be
biker
mosh pit going enthusiasts.
Yeah, facts. And you look at them now, and you're like, okay, well, then comes JD, and I'm glad they told that story with the vignette package because, like, well, hey man, I never wanted you in Judgment Day, and oh man, you never accepted me in Judgment Day. You said I wasn't a part, but now you're out, I'm in, right? So it's like, you mean to tell me he just now officially got in? I thought y'all already welcomed him in. If anything, Carlito's the one earning his keep now. So, yeah, I don't know, man.
But let's you brought up Edge. Let's go back in time. The reason why they turned on Edge was because they didn't want a leader. They wanted to be equals.
Right.
What did Damian Priest say when he became world champion?
That he was the leader. Now Rhea never said she was. She just
Finn made up his mind. Finn made up his mind when he said that. Now Rhea is a different case. She didn't say she was the leader. Everybody else said she was the leader.
And she kind of acted like it.
She kind of acted like it. She was pushing everybody around. So she kind of became the de facto leader. And then when she got injured, Damian, they pretty much de facto Damian as the leader. So leader. So Finn was like, hey, I made up my mind. I'm finna turn on this bitch. And then, JD's gonna do whatever Finn do because that's his boy. He trained him. And then Carlito just going whoever pays for the PlayStation 5, that's where he going. So there's the case with Rhea. Rhea tortured Dom for months before he joined.
She did.
So he's easily seduced in that case. Now Liv, she legitimately injured this woman's shoulder. Not legitimately, but in kayfabe, she injured this woman's shoulder. Took 8 months of her career from her. And we're supposed to believe that Liv is in the wrong here. Because there's this beautiful thing in life called karma. And it's a big ass bitch.
And I got you back.
They got her back. So Dom was like, oh, okay, I don't have to be controlled anymore. You're showing me love and affection. Daddy Dom. The whole nine. Hell, you let me grab on that ass. Like,
yeah, no man's a heel.
Instead of you grabbing my ass, like, I don't like to be pegged all the time. That's what Dom's saying, not me. So he's like, I'm tired of being dominated. I want to dominate. That was an easy turn right there. I don't know why I said this analogy, but we're just gonna go with the flow.
Rolling with
yeah. Just roll with the flow. But yeah. Dominant Rhea and Damian brought this on themselves.
They did, man. And a civil war with this feels weird because there's nothing for Rhea and Priest to really fight for other than just getting their revenge.
I mean, Rhea could get the world title back.
Yeah, true.
Damian, I don't know. What is he fighting for? The tag team titles? It's just
I think he's justified in a rematch, but he wants to get his revenge. He's seeing red right now. He wants Finn. And then I guess once he finishes that and he feels like he's done with it, he'll set his sights on trying to get back that world title.
But knowing WWE, they're not gonna they're gonna have Finn is still kind of get in the way of that.
Of course.
Because he's the babyface now and Finn's the heel. But like, do you feel like the Judgment Day will run its course officially come Royal Rumble season?
I heard that. Okay.
No, you good.
Waiting on the connection to get back. But I was about to say that because it was a little confusing on Raw when Damian Priest would come out with the All Rise, and I'm like, you should probably switch that up now. Like the
Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Let this internet get back on track. I'm gonna have fun editing the fuck out of this.
Come on, baby. Come on, Rita. Okay, we back. Yeah, you are gonna have fun editing this,
okay.
But anyways, hey, if we made it work last week, it's all good. It'll be smoother next week,
good.
y'all. Don't worry. But bro, yeah, I was hoping they make Rhea's entrance, and I guess her colors would change because neither one of them should wear purple anymore, since that's Judgment Day's thing. I guess.
Knowing them, they're probably it's gonna be a civil war. They're probably gonna keep everything the same.
Oh Lord. Well. Long way to Royal Rumble then.
I'm saying because I asked you that because I feel like it should culminate at Survivor Series and be done with it.
Oh, I agree. But would you want 2 Civil Wars at Survivor Series?
Damn, that's a good fuck.
Because now that's the problem. We got 2 factions at war. So. And they've already gone to war with each other. Now they're in a war within each other.
Damn. Make it make sense, WWE. I trust you. I don't. But just make it make sense, please. That's all I can do. Like, I can't really overthink it because it's like, that's a good-ass thing. It's like, either we have to wait until the Royal Rumble because once Survivor Series is done, that's the last pay-per-view until 2020. Either Survivor Series or Bad Blood. Like, one of the two.
Yeah. One of those factions should be Bad Blood and the other should be Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm. Whichever one is the biggest one.
If the Bloodline was Bad Blood, because get it? Blood. Bad blood.
Yeah.
But Roman is a big 4 pay-per-view kind of guy, so I don't know.
The way that they was treating about Bad Blood with Atlanta, I feel like they're trying to make this as a big deal, so I won't be surprised if they do Bad Blood because of the name.
Based off them prices, I sure hope so. We'll get to that one later, ladies and gentlemen.
We can get to that now. It's so fucking stupid.
Bruh. WrestleMania prices for Bad Blood in Atlanta is crazy.
For a C pay-per-view that's returning for nostalgia purposes.
Mm-hmm. And we probably won't even see this pay-per-view again. Because I doubt Bad Blood continually becomes a yearly thing.
Because we only saw day one time.
Yep. Pretty much.
And that was here. So, hey man.
We still
anything else about the Judgment Day you want to talk about?
Nah, bro, that's it. We can move on.
Okay. What else happened on Raw? Oh, we got a new day?
Let's talk about that. All right. One, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause, standing ovation. Odyssey Jones, after what, 2-3 years now, has finally made a television debut. Ladies and gentlemen, he is alive and well. He is finally earning his keep. Now, I don't know how I feel about being a New Day because of the whole Big E thing, and it's like, y'all could, I don't know, but I get it, since if Big E ain't coming back, you got to get somebody. So I guess get Odyssey Jones. Cool debut, nice ovation, but I paid more attention to how Xavier Woods reacted.
Me too. While his internet gets in sync because he's frozen again. Oh my God. This brother's internet is just, I feel like for the past 3 weeks, it's just been internet on internet violence. If it was not his internet, it was my internet. If it's my internet, it was his internet. Good Lord. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about Odyssey Jones being with the New Day, but I mean, I get it. They just said big black nigga go be with the New Day. Woods looked like he wasn't fucking with it at all. He wasn't. Not in the slightest. He was not. He was not fucking with it, like, at all. And I don't know if that was by design. But all right, I would wait until Highlight get back in, but I'll probably repeat it to him. I'm not feeling this Final Testament versus New Day story anymore. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's probably taking too long. I don't know what is happening, but I need them to get to the point. Either have Woods turn or be done with it, because it's not because I'm impatient. It's the fact that I feel like Cross is saying the exact same shit every single week at the exact same way, in the exact same way, I should say. And I'm like, okay, we get it. Either you do or you don't. Either you turn them or you don't. A brother is tired. Like, get to the point. Like, Ruthless Lala, she texted me the other day and she was like, yo, Woods is about to turn. And then we had that happen with Odyssey Jones. And he did not turn. He did not turn at all. So, what? Okay. Wait on your audio to connect. But, okay. My God. I am tired of the same thing over and over and over. Woods looked like he wasn't fucking with it at all. Exactly. Exactamundo. Woods was not fucking with it in the slightest. But still waiting on Highlights audio to reconnect. As a Cross fan, I can respect that opinion. That's all I'm saying. It's like, I'm not bashing Cross the talent. I'm just bashing them doing the exact same thing over and over again. You're good. You're back.
You hear me?
Kind of choppy, but yeah.
Yeah. The temperature hot on you, wait on the doggone thing to reset. Hot. Gotta love technology. People.
Oh,
yes.
I think your audio is picking up your camera audio. By the way. Yeah.
There we go. All right, how well can you hear me now, brother?
Still sound muffled.
Still sounding muffled. Okay. That's nothing. I'll come right back, brother. Keep people in the lane. I'll be right back.
I got you. Oh man, but yeah, we got a lot. It's live podcasting, man. It is what it is. But Cam on YouTube said, I want New Day and Final Testament to move on to a new story, or at least move the story forward. It's the same thing every single week. That's my only problem. It's the exact same thing every single week, and I'm getting a little exhausted, just a little bit. But that's just me, though. That's just me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just move the story forward. That's all. That's all I be saying. Like just move it forward. That's all you have to do. Let's see what else we got to talk about. So as we wait on Highlight to come back. Gunther versus Randy Orton is official. We're gonna definitely talk about the Odyssey. Oh no, we're gonna continue to talk about it. Like I know I saw a lot of reactions online, mixed reactions about Odyssey Jones being a part of the New Day, or at least helping him out. I'm not finna to judge him right away. I want to see what he does, because I've been asking, like, how's this guy still employed for the past couple of months to a year, because he's just been chilling in the back. So we'll see what they do, because you saw him get reactions from Triple H. You saw him get reactions from Big E. Big E gave his approval on Twitter. So there's that. It's so many like reactions that we got from him or around his debut that it's interesting to see what they got planned for Odyssey Jones. Whatever they're doing with Xavier Woods and New Day aside, I'm interested in seeing what they got planned for Odyssey Jones and see, like, is he going to be a hit or miss in this new role that they got for him? Is he the big heavy that's going to even the odds? Because this man took out AOP by himself. Like, I don't think nobody's going to be like, ooh, they're not going to take AOP serious, because he's like, bro, you got double sidewalk slam by one man this entire time. So, hey man, y'all gotta make me believe when it comes to Odyssey Jones at the end of the day. So hopefully it makes sense. I'm gonna try to give Highlight some time to get his audio connected, because he's back in again, but it's taking forever to read his audio. If not, that's not the case, we'll just move on to the next topic. Let's check the chat right quick. He wasn't. He was just recruiting for the NIL program, which is cool. That's what I'm saying. I was just talking about from a character's point of view. Like I knew he wasn't unemployed, but I was like, damn, y'all ain't got nothing for this man to do. So, but we'll see. We'll definitely see what they got in store for our main man, Odyssey Jones, and see what they got cooking for the brother. You back, my boy?
Testing. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. I feel like whenever it's like once you keep the phone in one place, you're fine. Yeah, you're good. Once you keep the camera and I feel like once you keep the phone in one place, you're fine. But then when it starts moving, that's when it kind of.
Okay. Yeah, for the most part, I was leaving it. The phone kind of overheated, so I was trying to get the computer to act right again, but I guess it didn't want to be fun.
Yeah,
so.
just tap out on the computer.
Nah, it was just because, when my phone overheating or whatever, it was nothing I could do, so I didn't want to keep you waiting. I tried to get the computer to act right, but screw it. But I could.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be that much longer, because we kind of speeding through everything anyway, so we're not gonna be that much longer.
Appreciate y'all working with the chat. Like I said, I couldn't get to the office today to get better connection, so apologies. But yeah, man. What I was gonna say, you touched on everything from what I could hear about the Woods situation, but there was one thing I did say. I don't know if you saw it. Their 10-year anniversary is coming up as the New Day, but he mentioned November. So, based off the backstage reaction, they're going to play with this for a little bit until that 10-year anniversary hits. And then I feel like sometime between November-ish to top of next year, he probably going to make that switch.
Exactly, no pop.
You ain't feeling it, dog?
They're taking too long. That's my problem. That's my. I need them to switch it up. I need them to switch it up. It's more so, but the Final Testament is my problem.
Oh well, yeah, no. I'm gonna tell you. I think that's gonna be done. The No Testament. I think that's. Here's the thing about Karrion Kross. I'm gonna mention. If you notice with his character or whatever, whenever he does something to somebody, it doesn't happen while they're feuding with him. It's usually after that's done. So, think about it. Remember how
his gimmick is to be a stepping stone?
I guess so. But it's a true stepping stone because, like you said, remember when you said he took Shinsuke's honor, and then all of a sudden, like months later, when they weren't even feuding, Shinsuke then reformed himself with that anime thing. And then it was somebody else he mentioned, and that kind of happened, but it was all slow burns. It's like Triple H loves Karrion Kross, but he also loves that slow burn, so he's using Karrion Kross as his like actual on TV slow burn or something. It seems. I don't know. I know it's funny, but it's the truth. Like low key, I think that's what he's doing. So like,
this is the laugh of saying this is so fucking stupid.
Now I might be overanalyzing, y'all. Chat, y'all let me know if I'm overanalyzing it. That's just my 2 cents on the matter.
And it's not even you. It's not even saying you. It's more so like what you're saying makes sense. Your description of him makes sense because this man is literally he's literally a glorified gaslighter. He's gaslighting you into changing your ways. But the fact that it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. And then the seeds plant, they eventually grow, and he could be doing something totally different with somebody else. And then he'll maybe remind you later, like, oh, yeah, I told you. You know? Because now his backstage interview was basically saying, oh, look, he's already proven my point with Odyssey Jones. He's going to do the same thing that he did to you. You know, something. So he's basically trying to finally tell Xavier Woods, like, hey, what he's been doing to you for the past 9 years, he's now doing that with Odyssey Jones.
But yeah. So, because I know I've been seeing a lot of mixed reactions. Some people is like, damn, why y'all breaking up the New Day? But it's like, it's time.
It is. It's time.
It's time for them to do something different because they've been doing the same thing for a little while. Like you can tell it's gotten stale. They're not getting the same massive pops that they used to, and you can't really blame Big E. It's more so because they would still get pops without Big E. You can tell people are kind of like, hey, something needs to change.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling evolves, and you can only have a gimmick for so long. I mean, it'd be different if they were retired.
Right, and I feel like my thing is, it's like they're not saying. It's not like they're going to not be friends behind the scenes. Like, let's be real. It's right. Like, they're going to still be friends behind the scenes. They've done multitude of videos with people they're beefing with online. I mean, on air.
Right.
Hell, they have they beefing. They had whole blood feuds with the Usos, and they buddies with them.
Legit, bro.
I feel like it is time. Like it is time, and then I feel like would kill it in the hero. It'd be like he's just tired of being the second. I guess you could say the second to Big E, and the second to Kofi, and the second to this. He's like, I'm just gonna be selfish. I was king of the ring, and I wasn't even invited to be in it again this year. There are ways they can go with that.
That would work, bro. Also, you sounded slightly muffled for a second. I meant to tell you.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why. You sounded like just a little bit.
It's probably. I don't know what's going on.
It's all good, bro. We both. Up, you know what I'm saying? One step better than last week.
Yep. The next step is for us just being in the same room.
Yes. Yes. I agree. Bro.
That's the next step.
It's time. It's time. The people need it. They like, hey, put these guys in the same room. They both in Atlanta. But
Well,
yeah, we can move
when I'm
on,
done
bro.
cleaning my house, we'll set it up.
Okay, bet. All right. Are we going to the AEW land, or should we cover anything else WWE?
What else is there to cover in WWE? Oh, Bronson Reed completely destroyed Seth Rollins. And you text me, he's like, bro, I don't know why I'm laughing so fucking hard from this.
It'd be funny. I watched that again and still kept laughing. It was hilarious because after he did it.
Uh-oh. Hold on one second. What'd you say?
Okay, how we sound? Uh-oh. I'm gonna wait. Go ahead and talk, bro, while I'm waiting on this thing to.
Okay. So yeah, with Bronson Reed, this man they literally solidified this man for. I feel like it's something that we're gonna talk about Gunther too. I feel like Bronson Reed, I feel like he's been in limbo for quite some time, but I feel like this attack pushed him over the top of being like, okay, we can take him serious now as that guy who can who can be like a top guy. All he needed was something, because that crowd was bloodthirsty. That crowd wanted this man to cripple Seth Rollins, because after the fourth tsunami, they kept saying one more time, and it got to six freaking tsunamis, and Bronson Reed is officially solidified as a top player on Raw, because he said he felt like he got tired of being disrespected. So now I'm going to make my own moments. I'm gonna take my own path, and he picked quite the path. He took out Seth Rollins because they was teasing Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be a big match on down the line. That's probably going to be a match that they're going to do probably like around Survivor Series. A year since CM Punk returned, I would not be surprised if they do Seth Rollins versus CM Punk at some point. But for right now, they're going to get Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins, and this was a great way to put him in that position to be taken seriously. Is he going to lose? Probably not, depending on what they want to do with it. But as far as solidifying him, this was a great way to do it. The crowd kept cracking me up because this man was coughing up blood. I already know he probably farted by the time the fifth tsunami hit. Like, that brother literally, he relieved whatever he had in catering was definitely came back in them leather pants that he had on. So there's that. But as far as Bronson Reed, I'm intrigued to see what they do with him going forward. Now, Cam on YouTube said, I've been waiting for Bronson to do something, and while I feel bad for Seth, I'm happy he finally made a move. That's why at first I thought the crowd turned Bronson Reed babyface, but it's more so they're bloodthirsty, and they're like a lot of people online. They want Bronson Reed to do better. They wanted him to do better. They wanted him to do more. So now they're there. Now they've at that point. Now, you talked about Gunther and Randy Orton. Let's talk about Gunther and Randy Orton, because for those of you who don't know already, Gunther is your new World Heavyweight Champion. He defeated Damian Priest because he got screwed by Finn Balor. He got screwed. So now we are focused on Randy Orton versus Gunther, because they did a callback to King of the Ring, where Randy's shoulder wasn't down when Gunther won King of the Ring. So they're like, okay, we're going to use this as a running back. A lot of people thought they were going to build up Ilya versus Gunther, but they was like, this is the story we're going to finish now. What better way? What bigger match? Because Randy Orton is a legend in the business. So Randy Orton versus Gunther, and I enjoyed their King of the Ring match, as I'm sure highlight reel. I believe he did, but he also had his moment. He had his thoughts like we all did on certain parts of the match, because it is what it is. But as far as this match in particular, I'm sold on it. I am intrigued with what they're going to do with Gunther versus Randy Orton 2. That is your main event for Bash in Berlin. I believe this is Gunther's home country. I believe, I could be wrong, or I believe it's his home country. So I don't see Gunther losing that title this quick. So Randy Orton being the first victim, I hate to say it like that, but Randy Orton being the first guy to lose to Gunther makes sense. And I believe that's everything that I have to talk about on Raw. Oh, before we move on, we acknowledge the stud line. That's all that is, and that's all that's going to be. I guess we could talk a little bit about AEW. Like I said, like I told Highlight before we got on here, like it's not that much for me to talk about with AEW. I peeped Collision before we got on here like 2 hours ago. Collision was whatever. It came on before SummerSlam, so it was whatever for me. Like nothing big happened to me. Oh yeah, Buddy Matthews returned, so good on him for returning. I'm gonna just keep the show rolling. Like I want to wait on Highlight, but I want to keep the show rolling because I don't want to be here too long. I want to keep you guys too long. But yeah, other than that, on Dynamite, Bryan Danielson raised the stakes for the world title match at AEW All In. It is title versus career now. So, that all but says that Bryan is winning that title, unless he does not want to wrestle at World's End in his hometown. Yeah, he's all but winning that title at this point. We said it last week. We'll say it again this week. It's pretty much set in stone that he's winning that world title. Oh yeah, Hologram is killing it. Shout out Graham for finally filling in his lifelong dream of being a professional wrestler. Hologram, go for you. For those you know who Graham is, Graham from the Public Enemies podcast, who is number 3 on, I believe, Apple Podcast. So shout out to the brothers and sister over at the Public Enemies podcast for being in the top 100 podcasts. Let's get the GRESH Unleashed podcast as well as anything OTS Media and GRESH Digital up in them numbers as well. Like, hey, let's lift each other up as much as possible. But yeah, shout out to them for being top 100. Let's see what else is happening. Oh yeah, Christian Cage is still a dick to Luchasaurus or Kill Switch, so they're doing a slow burn with that. I don't know what they're doing with that story. Are they going to have him finally turn? No, everybody don't like him, but I'm happy Sammy is back and seems to be staying away from Jericho. Oh, I did see that. Like I peeped that on Collision too. So they're doing a trust storyline with Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes and the Von Erichs because they have history. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not interested in seeing what they're gonna do. I wish everybody involved in that story well. That's all I can say. Like I'm not gonna be ignorant. Oh yeah, so Highlight is going to be hanging out in the chat until the audio starts acting right. And if it doesn't, make sure you guys tune in next week. We're going to try to get this stuff situated. Even if it gets to the point where he has to travel all the way out here. Because he stay on the other part of Atlanta, and I stay on this part. I stay on the west side. But yeah, man, I'm intrigued with everything that's going on, and let's see what else we got that's been interesting to me. Oh yeah, Mercedes Moné and Camille is still going strong. They're doing the whole Diesel and Shawn Michaels gimmick, so we'll see where that goes on. And speaking of behind the scenes stuff, I guess we can talk about Britt Baker and MJF apparently getting into a confrontation. I see the stuff. I see the news. I see the rumors and all that stuff. I reacted to it. I falsely assumed that MJF punched the wall in the women's locker room. I deleted the tweet. That's my bad. I fell into the whole clickbait. That's on me. I own that. I retract that. That's my fault. But apparently there was a confrontation because Britt Baker reportedly, because I don't like doing this because I don't really give a fuck about behind the scenes. But Britt, for those of you who need context, Britt Baker reportedly buried the Will Ospreay versus MJF match that was over an hour or nearly an hour that I personally felt like it should have been 35 minutes max, but I digress. And MJF's partner, Alicia Atau, I believe that's her last name. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. But Alicia went and basically told MJF that she was doing this, and he knocked on the door and said, "Hey, can we talk?" And then blah, blah, blah. They had a confrontation, and then he walked steps away and punched the wall out of anger and just kept going. And then apparently Britt Baker was suspended. I don't know the details. I don't know any of that. Like, if you want, check out your Fightfuls and your Wrestle Purists and all that stuff. Just check all that out. But I still don't see what Britt did wrong with this. That's what I'm saying. I don't see. All she did was talk shit. She pretty much talked shit about, like, they expect everybody. I can see. My thing is with this Britt shit. I can see if she talks shit online, then there's a problem. But if she just talk shit amongst the locker room, Alicia, if you don't headbutt that woman on behalf of your man and call it a day, what you doing? What you doing to go play tattletale? Like, what are we doing here? She did nothing wrong. But at the end, but we don't know all the details. It could be something where it was like built up and it was like, we've had enough, or Britt was on thin ice. We don't know. She posted out a tweet saying, man, you see all these rumors, basically saying there's rumors about her going around and she want to figure out what's going next. So it's like, Highlight Reel says AEW hands out suspensions for breathing on people the way the NBA hands out foul calls on players. Facts. It's like everybody's getting suspended, but the right people. So and it's like, at this point, are these suspensions even taken serious? Because if the problem still persists, if the quote unquote cancer being CM Punk is no longer there, why is there still problems? If that's the problem, like, you gotta have to weed out these problems. That's across all companies. If there's a continued problem, you just got to weed them out. Let them self-sabotage their careers. Like, you don't need these people. Because I'm gonna say something controversial. I like Britt. I have no hatred towards Britt. I have no hatred towards anybody because I don't know these people. But I feel like Britt isn't the biggest deal that she was when AEW was before the pandemic and in the height of the pandemic, when she busted her nose open. I feel like she's not the bigger deal that she used to be. Highlight can definitely either agree or disagree or let me know in the comments, but that's just my opinion. Like, I'm not feeling Britt is the top dog that a lot of people claim she is. So it's like, if she's a continued problem, cut ties. That's just my 2 cents. Like, if someone is a continued problem, no matter, like, you didn't mind cutting ties with CM Punk, and he was your top draw. So it's like, if Britt is a continued problem, if MJF is a continued problem, you got to start cutting ties with these people at the risk of your company, for sure. Or you're going to pull these people aside and just say, you know what? Cut the bullshit. Cut the fucking bullshit. Let's have a conversation like fucking adults and cut the bullshit. That's it. Because it's getting to that point where every time I see AEW drama, WWE drama, I'm like, are we not adults here? Are we not working citizens here? Act like you got some goddamn sense. Please. Oh, Highlight Reel says, facts. They did that for Evilise when she continually caused backstage problems. That's what I'm saying. If someone is a continued problem, no matter the circumstance, you're going to have to start cutting ties with these people. Or let's just, I hate to say it like this, or just reduce them to Ring of Honor to where nobody's watching them. If you want to keep them on payroll, reduce them to Ring of Honor. Put them behind the paywall. And if they get their act together, cool. If they don't, fuck it. Let them go. It's just the same thing. I agree, Grace. The Britt Mercedes has potential to relight her to what she used to be, but if this drama keeps up, she's old history. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. MJF, Mercedes versus Britt has the opportunity to light that fire under her, to where, because before she left, she was dragging the show down for me. She was not that entertaining. She was passable as far as interest, but it's like we're in 2024 now. We have people who've elevated themselves. Your timeless Tony Storms, Mariah May, who is very killing it in this role. This Jennifer, the Jennifer's Body role that she's in, where she literally said she loved Tony Storm, but she split her open and wore her skin. And the way she delivers it, chef's kiss. You single? Anyway, but that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as with Britt, there's so much talent that's there that has, I hate to say it like this, passed you by. Deonna Purrazzo, Thunder Rosa are killing it on Collision. They have a Texas Bull Rope match on Saturday. It's so much talent that it's like and I'm not just directing this towards Britt. I'm directing this towards everybody. There's so much good talent in that locker room. You have to step up. And basically every minute that you get, kill it to where you're going to get people continually interested. And honestly, I hate to say it like this too. Tony Khan, you got a leak, bruh. You have a leak. All this drama should not be spilled on social media. You need to figure out what your leak is. Highlight says, I will say the health issues Britt had might have played a factor in her momentum, but we won't know unless she stays out of trouble. That's what I'm saying. Tony Khan, get your leaks in order. You have a leak, bruh. All this drama always happens when it's close to All In or a big pay-per-view that's coming up. It's always drama that is leaking online. Only on Twitter. I don't know about Facebook because I don't really fuck with wrestling Facebook or IG Facebook like that, or TikTok Facebook. I mean, wrestling TikTok. So I don't know. But you got a leak, my boy. I need you to figure this out and get it plugged, because it's getting redundant at this point. Because every time I see a tweet or a report or the discourse online, I'd be like, again? Damn, I can't just enjoy the wrestling? Fuck. Anyone, male or female, adding up in that locker room can quickly get left behind by all the rising talent that shines weekly. Yes, there's so much independent wrestlers that are killing it right now. They are killing it right now. And it's so much unsigned talent. It's like, bro, this business is ever introducing new talent that can take your place. Nobody's irreplaceable from the mid-card on down. Nobody. That is the women's division and the men's division. No one's irreplaceable. Even the top dogs, they're replaceable after a while. So it's like, I need people to just lock in, bruh. I need AEW to lock the fuck in, because I'm tired of giving y'all the bare minimum on these shows every single week. Lock the fuck in and block out all the noise. Block out all the drama. If you have a leak, Tony, plug it. Because every single week, every single month, there's always drama. Hell, if you got to bring in Shane McMahon, because, hey, let's talk about that meeting that he had. Shane McMahon and Tony Khan had a meeting that everybody's talking about, courtesy of Wrestle Talk. And it's like, if Shane McMahon pops up, is he going to add to the company, or is he just going to be here's a pop a rating, here's a quick fix, and then we're back to barely caring? Like, shout out once again to the Public Enemies podcast. They even addressed it. It's like, is the Shane McMahon edition will only be short-sighted. It will not be a situation where it will be a long-term thing unless you have a plan. AEW needs a plan, a long-term plan. They need that top babyface. They need that top heel that keeps everybody interested. Because I love Swerve. I love Bryan Danielson. What are they going to do post All In? We need that long term, and we need to start seeing it on TV. Because if you miss Collision on Saturday, you miss nothing. You miss nothing. I'm pretty sure they probably went half-assed because it's SummerSlam weekend. A lot of people wasn't going to watch anyway, but I literally had it as background noise today while I was prepping for tonight's show. They need to get it together. How I said, why Tony always got to look like a deer in headlights on Angel Dust. He's socially awkward. Like I believe we've come to that conclusion. Tony Khan is socially awkward. Cam said, I want Jamie back. Jamie Hayter, that's an interesting case because was the injury that bad to where she's reaching 2 years on the injury reserve list? Or is she just not coming back? Because now I'm really intrigued or interested. Like, will she come back at All In and attack Britt and align with Mercedes? That would be interesting if they go that route. But if she's cleared, and is she cleared? So many questions with that. Let me see what else we got on the dock to talk about before I pretty much preview. We pretty much talked about pretty much everything. Let's see what else we got. We talked about NXT at the top of the show. Speaking of NXT is going live for the first 2 weeks that they're on the CW. They're going to be in Chicago and in St. Louis the following week. So that'll be interesting. Could be highlight reel says could be a contract issue we don't know about with Hayter. That's what I'm saying. I'm intrigued. Just like I'm and that's another thing. It's like even if Jamie doesn't come back, there's so much talent on that roster to where nobody is safe. So that's what I'm saying as far as it's like with the drama. Just stop the bullshit, man. At the end of the day, just stop the fucking bullshit with this drama. Period. But NXT, they're going live on October 1st and I believe the very next week. So that's the 7th or the 8th? The 8th, I'm sorry. The 8th. The first week it'll be CM Punk in Chicago. He'll be on NXT. And then the next week, Randy Orton will be back in NXT because a lot of people don't remember. Randy Orton appeared on NXT, I believe it was like 2012, 2013, 2014. He actually has appeared in NXT before. So that'll be a nice callback. And of course, NXT will be going head to head with AEW for the Randy Orton appearance for those who care about that. So it'll be Title Tuesday we'll be dealing with that discourse again where it'll be head to head AEW, the ratings and whatever the fuck. But yeah, AEW is going to be live on Tuesday Dynamite on October 8th as well. And if I'm looking at the Dynamite card this week, I've only seen 3 matches confirmed as of the time of this recording tonight. There's nothing much, I believe. I'm looking at the scroll right now to see if I missed anything that I want to talk about. But now everything's pretty much been covered as far as everything. Like I'm interested. I'm excited to see Gunther versus Randy Orton. I'm excited to see what they're doing with this Wes Lee heel turn. That threw me the fuck off. But I'm very excited to see. I kind of wish I was recording my reactions to see, but my face was dropped. Kind of like that time that when Trick lost the NXT title. We didn't even talk about Trick versus Pete Dunne. That was a killer match. But we didn't even talk about that. That was how shocked I was. Like, I'm intrigued to see what they're going to go. And apparently Bobby Lashley is working on his way to come back and all that good stuff. Highlight Rich says CM Punk and Orton making NXT appearances. Man, they going all out for CW. That's how you do it. That's what I'm saying. They on the road, head to head again. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot to process. But yeah, man, a lot is going on in the world of wrestling for the upcoming weeks. Oh, also before I forget, make sure you guys check out the match that we here at the GRESH Unleashed podcast, GRESH Digital Media, was sponsoring, which was Chris Bay versus Jay Bougie, courtesy of Smash Master Wrestling. That was the footage was actually released on Jay Bougie's YouTube. You can scan this QR code right at the bottom of the screen if you want to check it out. If you want to see a fun match between Chris Bay and Jay Bougie for the BCW Dragon Championship. Check that out. Grand Dragon Championship, I should say. Make sure you guys check that out. And let them know Gresh sent you. I believe it was also sponsored by our boys, our fam over at Backstage Brawl. Like, this is a good day. And hey, keep it locked. We got some other stuff that we got planned for pretty much anything independent wrestling. So shout out to Smash Master Wrestling over there. But yeah, AEW this week, it's looking pretty substandard this week. You got the Bad Apple, Brian Key versus Shibata in a match. They're still feuding with the Jericho Vortex. Who cares? You have AEW International / American Champion MJF versus Kyle Fletcher as they continue to build to his match with Will Ospreay at All In. And then you have Jeff Jarrett versus Bryan Danielson in an anything goes, no disqualification match with special guest Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He'll likely be on commentary. Dynamite is looking pretty this week. Also on SmackDown, we got Roman Reigns addressing his return on SmackDown. That'll be something that we'll keep it locked. But if you haven't already, make sure you guys check out the return of the All Shit Here We Go Again podcast. New time, same shenanigans. It will be every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on youtube.com/@Gresh Digital Media, or not at Gresh Digital Media, at GDM Studios. I'm sorry. And make sure you guys check that out. We chop it up with Ruthless Lala. I don't know why I'm stumbling, but I chopped it up with Ruthless Lala. Unfortunately, Rich Swann can no longer be the guest host because of obligations with his contract, but we move forward. He's always welcome to chop it up with us, even if it's on camera, off camera, whatever the case may be, because it's a cool dude to rock with. But we got a lot going on in the near future. Let's check out the chat before I get up out of here. Highlight Reel said pass. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, Dynamite is looking like background noise this week. So we'll see that. Had to cut a promo. Had to go cut a promo. Did I miss anything good? No, we just pretty much sped through everything AEW. You can obviously check it out wherever you listen to your podcast. Scan that QR code to subscribe to the podcast. Technical difficulties, of course, is reared its ugly head again for Highlight Reel's side of things, but pretty much everything has been covered according to the scroll. So make sure you guys check out the All Shit Here We Go Again podcast with Ruthless Lala. She is working on getting a new co-host because I am not going to be her co-host. I'm just going to be her producer. That's how that works. But 10 episodes, all of them were fun. And as far as this podcast, we will be back here next Tuesday, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode 83. And not gonna keep you guys any more longer. Make sure you guys support the podcast. Scan that QR code to subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast, so you hear it on the road and you hear what I got to say every single week. Hear what Highlight Reel got to say every single week. Hear what we all got to say. The Free of Peter Boys will be rocking here every Tuesday for your entertainment. And as far as more content is coming, there will be another podcast from Gresh Digital Media dropping very, very soon, which will be a brothers podcast with yours truly and my right hand man. I'm his right hand man too. My brother Henny. We're working on something, but it'll be fun. More content coming from yours truly. As far as the main channel, I'm going to get to it eventually. It's just I've been mentally kind of making sure that I'm in a good mental state before we get up out of here. Song of the week for this week. Highlight, everybody. Highlight will be back next week with hopefully with better internet connection. Even if I got to drag his ass to my house, we will have a solid episode where we have a good conversation. But my song of the week, he will text me his song of the week, but my song of the week for sure this week is Euphoria. Or the Kendrick Lamar. But with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. We appreciate you guys for rocking with us for another installment of GRESH Unleashed podcast. And remember to stay safe, wash your ass, stop being weird, but more importantly, always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. I'm out. Highlight Reels out. Oh, his song of the week for this week is Corbin Blue, Push It to the Limit. I love this guy. But remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be Breezy, hey, he said euphoria is for me this week. Yes. I've been driven by hatred in the gym, but in a good way. I got to get up in the morning. Y'all stay safe. Love you.